We are supposed to be free and independent, supposed to be free, the 54 countries.
Some led liberation wars. Others shaped entire nations with words and will. From bold revolutionaries to controversial giants, these African presidents changed everything. But who left the deepest mark? Stick around, because number one might surprise you. Ruthless, mysterious, and powerful, General Sani Abacha ruled Nigeria with an iron grip from 1993 until his sudden death in 1998. Under his watch, Nigeria saw economic growth from rising oil prices, but it came at the cost of human rights, political repression, and mass corruption. Billions vanished, critics were silenced, yet some Nigerians still credit him for enforcing order and stabilizing the nation. Love him or hate him, his impact on Nigeria's modern history is impossible to ignore.
We have come to the point when the situation can no longer be tolerated.
At number 9, we spotlight a rising force whose courage has reignited the spirit of African resistance. Bold, defiant, and only in his 30s, Ibrahim Traoré's rise shook Africa's old guard. Seizing power in Burkina Faso in 2022, he quickly became the face of a youth-led push against neocolonialism. With military fatigues and a revolutionary fire, Traoré rejected foreign interference, restructured security forces, and embraced Pan-African ideals. His speeches go viral. His presence stirs hope and fear alike. He hasn't written history yet, but the ink is already wet. Number 8, Haile Selassie, the Lion of Judah. Emperor Haile Selassie ruled Ethiopia for nearly 50 years, symbolizing African dignity in a time of colonial invasion. His defiance against Mussolini in the 1930s made him an international icon. Later, he became a founding force behind the Organization of African Unity, laying the foundation for continental cooperation. To Rastafarians, he is divine. To historians, he is royalty, resistance, and reform, all in one.
It is good that you are here to record this picture of me in my palace garden at Addis Ababa. People who see this throughout the world will realize that even in the 20th century, with faith, courage, and a just cause, David will still beat Goliath.
Number 7, Thomas Sankara, the upright man. Thomas Sankara came to power with a guitar on his back and revolution in his heart. In just 4 years, he renamed Upper Volta to Burkina Faso, land of the upright people, and launched one of Africa's most daring reform agendas: reforestation, self-reliance, women's rights, and rejecting foreign aid. His life was cut short, but Sankara's ideals, they're immortal. 6, Robert Mugabe. From liberator to controversy, Robert Mugabe began as a freedom fighter, leading Zimbabwe to independence in 1980. With sharp intellect and revolutionary credentials, he became a symbol of black empowerment. But over time, his rule turned autocratic, marked by economic collapse, land seizures, and political violence. Still, for many Africans, Mugabe was a lion who roared against colonialism until his last breath.
We have won our independence, and we are prepared to shed our blood in sustenance and maintenance and protection of that independence.
Number 5, Julius Nyerere. The teacher president, soft-spoken but strong-willed, Julius Nyerere led Tanzania through peaceful independence and beyond. Known as Mwalimu, the teacher, he championed African socialism, education, and unity. His Ujamaa villages aimed to root governance in tradition. He wasn't perfect, but his humility, simplicity, and Pan-African drive set a rare standard.
Our continent had been totally liberated from colonialism and racial minority rule.
4, Daniel Arap Moi, the survivalist. Ruling Kenya for 24 years, Daniel Arap Moi was both a unifier and a controversial autocrat. He maintained stability through Cold War turbulence and regional conflicts, all while centralizing power. Whether remembered for development or repression, Moi's influence on East Africa's political blueprint runs deep. Number 3, Leopold Sedar Senghor, the poet-president narration. Few leaders could quote Shakespeare and still run a country. Senghor was one of them. Senegal's first president and a founding voice of negritude, he used poetry to uplift Black identity and diplomacy to build strong post-colonial ties. He voluntarily stepped down in 1980, a rare act of grace that earned global respect. Relevant than ever.
Long live African freedom fighters. Long live African independence. Long live your struggle. And long live African unity.
So there you have it, Africa's most influential presidents, whose legacies still echo today. But who do you think should have made the list? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's get that conversation going. If you agree with our choices, or even if you disagree, smash that like button. It's always great to hear what you think, and hey, it helps more people discover videos like this one. And don't forget to subscribe. More deep dives into African history, leadership, and future stars are on the way. You won't want to miss it. Hit the bell so you're always first in line for our next video.